it's just me, or I think that I was more handsome 3 years ago. I think so. I'm getting older. Now, what is going on, ninjas? Welcome back to the channel. I was thinking about this for the last few days, and I think it's gonna be a quite fun video. Let's go back in history and talk about the biggest and most important review that I have ever done in my life. This was the project that really took us from a small YouTube channel to where we are today. We're still small, but I mean, we used to be smaller. And we did 1,000x. This is the only 1,000x goal that we have ever done in this channel. And I know many of you guys is even still holding this. Personally, I make over $100,000 in this, and many of you guys make a lot of money. There is a community member that made over $150,000 with this move we made 3 years ago. So why just don't look back and we actually see where BRISE is today, how the project is doing, is the community strong? Still, used to be a cult, used to be a massive community, used to be a massive project, and we found it under like $1 million market cap, and it did like, I don't even know, like $1 billion. It was crazy, but it's gonna be fun. Remember, this project is really important for me personally, because it's really helped me out a lot. It's really important for a lot of you guys as well. It's one of the calls that, I mean, you can just go to the comment section. It always was impressive. I already got 2x on my investment since they said, I mean, there is a lot of people that make life-changing money with this. So it's fair that we actually like do some tribute to it, because it's one of those projects that we will never forget, honestly. So it's been 3 years since I last made this video, and I made like 20 videos on this. We made like 1,000x, and so let's just go and see where the project is today. How are they doing? If there's some ongoing developments, the community is still strong. Should we buy again? That would be impressive. That would be quite a lot of fun, honestly. But it is not a $1 million anymore, I guess. I hope. So let's actually see. Remember, I have doing this. I have not researched BRISE for the last few months. It's been a long time, years, not months, years. And I can tell you that I regret, because we should keep track of the project that really mean a lot to us. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, now Bitgert, $30 million market cap right now. Yeah, so it's not like a million like it used to be, but it's not a 700 million or 800 million that it was the all-time high. So definitely we are not there again. We are not there anymore. And I understand it's been a long time to revive a project this big. Is really, really hard. And I know that they always try to go listing on Binance, but they couldn't for some reason. I don't know if it was financially or they didn't meet Binance requirements or expectations, or sort of did this due diligence. I'm not exactly sure because I'm not a team member, but they always tried. We saw a lot of projects getting listed on Binance, but BRISE, even when it was a $500 million market cap, when it had $100 million in volume, they never got listed there. And they are listing on many exchanges already, which I know that they did it to try to get listed on Binance, but it just didn't work out. And it's a really big shame. I can imagine if BRISE ever got listed on Binance, this would be a few $1 billion ecosystem right now. But yeah, I mean, I'm not that in shape to talk about this now because it's been a few years without talking about it. I don't know the current developments. Just taking a look back and having that momentum, having that like moment to actually see how the press that we used to love and really, really follow how are doing today. I mean, they're always trying to get listen on ban, as I say, and it never happened. It just really, really never happened for some reason. This was in 2024, so it was almost like a few months ago only. So they're still trying. I do like to see that. They still got their panaches, but sadly the engagement is not there. They always used to have 100, 200,000 views. I mean, it was crazy, a few thousand likes in every post. They are still developing. I'm sure that they always develop, and they're still posting like actively. And we're gonna take a look at the new developments. What are they building these days? Is there something that is making the project still alive? If there is some future plans, because if there are, maybe I can actually invest myself and I can start tracking the ecosystem again, because this was pretty important for us back then. And still, there is potential, even though there is a few things that I never liked and I still don't like today. The max supply is one thing. The low liquidity on decentralized exchanges was always a problem. We used to see it's really volatile. We used to see move of $100 million market cap in like this because the liquidity was always under $1 million, $2 million. It was really small for a $500 million market cap. But of course, they were listed on exchanges. There is liquidity there. The other book and people that can actually trade it. But when we started, the liquidity was really, really, really small. So any trade could make things go nuts. And there is something that long-term investors don't really like because they want to see more stable projects, not a stable coin, but I mean with a deeper liquidity. Because let's say that the top holders have, let's say, to have 3% of billion is like $30 million. You can never cash that out because first you're gonna kill the project. Second, your price impact is gonna be massively, it's gonna be insane. You're gonna lose like 90% of your funds. So I mean, realistically, there was never liquidity to make a big trade on the downside, even in the upside as well. So that was holding the project back a little bit. But you can imagine, even with these flows, how massive this went, how crazy the hype was. And I was there all the time. I saw it with my eyes and it was insane. This is the most insane pump that I ever saw in my life. And I can guarantee you it was really, really impressive. So props to the team and props to the community because you guys made that possible. I can guarantee you we did it. I actually invest myself, of course. So the sources are not that active, but at least I like to see that they are still collaborating, closing collaborations, and still developing and doing fun stuff. Let's actually go to the website and see what else they're actually building these days. And it's some new development, something. I mean, this project still have that old feel, which is something that is going to hold them back. The new crypto meta these days is actually quite strong. We see massive developments, massive website. The competition is really, really strong. So this project to compete, it really has to get up to date. And this is a personal opinion. We can see $1 billion projects with a really crappy website and really crappy developments and designs, but I don't think that this is really gonna work for a project that wants to get listed on Binance and for a project that is actually trying to get to the highest standards. And this is really small, but it does makes a difference. I'm gonna tell you, it's the same website that I used to have before, nothing new, nothing fresh. And as mentioned, that really adds to this feel of what is the development, what is the moving forward. They have their own exchange, the Audi platform, P2P marketplace. These are things that people are not gonna use that much, in my personal opinion, because centralized exchanges these days don't have the best reputation. You know what happened with Bybit? They lost like $1.4 billion in a hack, and that really shake the space because know your keys, know your crypto. It is what it is. So most people are using decentralized exchanges these days. They're using cold wallets, and you should too. Keep that in mind. Local Bitgert, Pay BRISE, Geo Web3 real estate marketplace. So I'm sure this is already live. These things are working, but I'm sure that not much is going on. Light exchange, advanced exchange. There is a launchpad as well. You got, of course, do your KYC, and you gotta do a bunch of things to be able to get here to use the platform. I'm pretty sure, as any other this like centralized exchange. There is no new projects. So, I mean, all this is not really up to date and where they could be if there was another feeling. But I mean, I cannot blame them. I'm not the developer of the project. They can do whatever they want, and we just can make inputs and say what we think. At the end of the day, they're gonna choose the road where we're going with BRISE, and I hope that they have the best intentions, and they have before. So now they should. They still have $11 million in volume, and they're still active. They're still developing, but something is missing. We are in 2025. It's not like 2021 or 2022 before. We used to have like 10,000 cryptos back then. Now it's millions. So it's not the same thing. The competition, the entry barriers to get into crypto are smaller, are easier. So there is a lot of competition that Bitgert has right now, BRISE has. So they gotta get up to speed if they actually want to get going. But I'm sure that funds are shrinking. I'm pretty sure of that because that I tried with a project and it didn't go that well, and we still gonna trying to figure it out how we're gonna do it with for SOS Labs. But this um this is not that nice to see for a massive ecosystem, but it's a reality for 99% of the altcoins these days. It is what it is. But if it goes cheap enough, we can actually swing it. Maybe. I like what they're doing, but they gotta step up the game. And maybe we can get some, and I can start making daily videos like I used to do before. Let me know in the comment section. Do you guys want that? Do you want me to update you guys on the development? Do you want me to stay with you and show you guys everything that they are doing? It's gonna be quite fun, I believe. As if many of you guys ask it, maybe I'm gonna do it. Let me know down below. And yeah, not that great, but not terrible. So it just have so many memories for me. When I look at this, I remember my biggest call, my best move, my 1000x parade. I can finally be on the 1000x call sort of podium, and it used to be a really good time. It used to be a fun time. It used to be a really, really fun time back then. And the community at the Money Ninjas was intensively crazy and strong back then. And that's what I'm trying to do, get back to the old times. So yeah, if you want, you can join us on Telegram. We have a Telegram group as well. I'm gonna leave the link down below. You can follow me on X, which I almost never post on X because I'm a little bit lazy, but you can subscribe, watch the videos, and try to find the next 1000x gem with us. That's what we do. That's what I do. And sometimes we get burned, sometimes we lose. We try to win more than we lose. So that's that's the goal at the end of the day. But no BS, realistic gains and realistic talk and real talk. That's what I'm gonna try to do moving forward and get back to the old times and focus less on the flashy scenes and actually try to focus on what really matters. So that's the goal for Money Ninjas moving forward. So yeah, I wish the best for BRISE. I still don't know if I'm gonna get back in again. It's gonna depend on you guys, the community. Let me know what you guys want me to do. What do you think is gonna be the next move? But yeah, it could be worse. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a takeaway from this. And the community is not that active. I'm pretty sure of that because it's just been a long time. A lot of people already left, and they're gonna need something strong to revive this. And a Binance listing would be amazing, but if it was not listed in the best time, it's not gonna get listed now. They gotta really step things up, have some massive things on the way, and actually get volume over $100 million. I don't even know, and get the community going and get everything going like really full speed and have a lot of money and then try to get listed on Binance. It's not gonna be easy. Or have strong connections, which most likely they don't. If not, they were already listed there anyways. Or maybe Binance just found something that we don't know and they are not listed. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Part of history for us, but it's always good to go back and see the things that we did well, because at the end of the day, memories are always going to be memories, and we're always going to remember the things that we're going to remember the bad things, but the good ones, we got to celebrate them as well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to have you still here supporting the journey. And this year is going to be, I hope, really positive for Money Ninjas. We're going to try to make money. We're going to try to do what we used to do before, have an amazing community, and let's keep on growing. Let's keep on going, and let's see if we're going to get back on the Bitgert train again. I hope so, because it's actually a really fun train and a really profitable one. Let's see. I'm going to see you guys later.